Hello everybody, welcome to this Friday addition to the shed. And before we get too far into the video, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best wishes for the new year. There will be no Friday update next week because I plan to be travelling. If there is a Friday update next week, my travel plans have gone awry, and instead you're getting a video. Well, today we are featuring the Christmas train running on the layout. If you haven't met the layout before, the layout says hello. What a silly thing to say, Dave. This is the Twin Pines tramway, which is a O-scale narrow gauge, representing anywhere between 2 foot and 3.5, 3'6". So like prototypes, it's called the Twin Pines tramway, and it's just something to do, keep myself a little bit occupied in bits and pieces. And today, Christmas train is out and running. The locomotive is a 3D printed design based on an English electric design, my own 3D printing on the Bachmann ON30, what is it, Whitman chassis, running around. Roughly based on the BHB D9 series locomotives, and it's got one of the only trains I've got that isn't my own design and 3D printed. It's running on a complete rake of Bachmann Christmas carriages, and also one of the little Bachmann cabooses or guard van. It was very fitting of what would run on Australian coal trains, private coal trains type wagon. So season's greetings and all that. Right, now I've got something exciting to show you. This is one of those videos where you'll see more of the video after I chat. Oh, my English is terrible, Dave. After I've shown you this first part of the video, there will be a second part on the end of it, which is time travelling. So this is Dave in the future. At the end of the video, you'll see Dave earlier in the week. But anyway, a big work in progress this week is gates. Gates. I've been wanting to put gates, representation of gates on the level crossing for ages, and working out how to do it. But these ones are even more special because they're animated gates. Sorry about that. We were rudely interrupted by a phone running out of memory space. Oh, that's an interesting. Anyway, talking about animated gates before I had to rush off. I have retried that gimbal. I have followed the instructions. I've read it. It will not keep the camera in landscape mode. I think it's because my old phone is too heavy. Anyway, back to the gates. Have a look at this. Now, I still need to do some adjusting, bits and pieces, but I'm pretty happy for that. That's one gate. I'll show you the controls in a sec, but hang on. I'm trying to keep the camera still and grab the controls. It's a little bit tricky. Wrong one. I want to do the other gate, Dave. Other gate. Now, I was thinking about having the gates on one, controls they're on two, but I suddenly realised that the way servos work, they would hit mid-gate, so there's separate controls for each gate. What I need to do next, anyway, I'll show you how this works. So they're the gates. We'll come around here with the Christmas train. So they're the gates. Now they're using servos. Hopefully I'll got a video of show you the servos and all that, but they're using robotics servos, large model aircraft, so quite large servos, over-engineered, but the gates swing. Now what I have is, there's two little units here that are designed for testing servos. At the moment they're running off 6 volts, supplied by 4 AA batteries through this arrangement here. I will have to next year set up a couple of voltage buses around 6 volts to run all the lighting and bits and pieces, because around the layout everything's got its own little separate battery pack. So that might be will be a New Year's project to set up a 6 volt accessory bus right around the layout, so all the stuff like these gates and all the bits and pieces can run. But anyway, so these little knobs, you twiddle these all the knobs, show between the knobs, and the gate swing. Now I've only got gates on the what is the main line heading up the hill, because the secondary line there's always traffic on that. There would probably be a flagman out there or that, but this is for the main line when the big trains run up the hill. There would be a gatekeeper to come out and gate. So I've still got to do some more work, but that's took a lot of engineering, and I'll show you the engineering that's involved with this in a second, and you're going to go, no way. Now the reason why it is complicated is because this signal here, this is the first animated servo based signal I built. Now I may still have to pull it out and rebuild it to do what I did with the second series signals, because this is my first one and it is really complicated underneath. Since then we make them a lot simple, but anyway, underneath here, have a look at this. The double servo. So this top servo is for the signal, and then I had to build this contraption down here for the gate servo, because that is exactly where that servo had to be, is where the signal servo is. So I had to build this really complicated rig so I could mount sort of like double-decker servos and do all that. It's the most overcomplicated thing. There was about 2 days of printing and engineering to get it all lined up to get everything to work. But now, as you can see, we can't see that servo moving, but that servo can move, and I can't do this single-handed under high film camera and trigger the signal servo, just not that quite capable. But anyway, you can see, hang on, let's stop the video for a sec again. Don't know how this will work, because I've got to hold the camera in the bung hand and operate the remote with a good hand, but that's the signal servo being triggered there, which is underneath the gate. And because this is a shaky hand, yes, the video is very shaky. I'm sorry, there's not a lot I can do about that. That's just life. Okay, I'll just stop the video, swap hands again. Before we go too far, I can trigger the signals using the handpiece. You go into accessory mode on the Ryco units. This one's in accessory mode. It's set up to trigger signal 300, and then by pushing the 2 buttons, don't you seen that before, you can then trigger signals or points or whatever you've set up by the handpiece. Come back down here, have a look under here. For the first gate, very much simple, the system. Got to move me light now, hang on, oh, this is really going to make people seasick video. So this is the servo to control the first gate, and it's just straight on the layout. There's a flexible tube running up the layout, and it spins the gate. Where the second one, finding a place to put the servos, because there's all this other construction underneath here, the way the layout was built, because it's a combination of a couple of, was almost impossible. That's why there's not gates on the other crossing, because it's just where that crossing is under here. There's all these timber, there's no way to put the gates in. So the gates had to go where they'll go, or there were no gates at all, so I just went and did it. So that's anyway underneath the layout. If you want to know about the signals, I can do a separate video, but there's been signals have been featured in some of my other videos before about how the signals work and how I did them. If you want to have any questions about how the Ryco system works in the handhelds, let me know. What I do need now is, I'll go for a bit of wander. I need another servo control unit to match my ping. Hang on. So over here on my wall I have my DigiKeys DR500 DigiCentral DCC unit, and over it here is a DR4024, and it's actually mounted upside down because it's easier to run the signaling servo that way. Now I need another one of these units which allows them to run the servos off my DCC bus or similar. So I need another servo controller. There's the address for the DCC. It's really going to help you. That's an internal address. But what I need now is another servo controller which allows from the DCC to run the servos, and then I don't have to have those magic little blocks. Anyway, we'll want to have a squeeze while over this side of the layout. We'll have a squeeze over here. Wait for the Christmas train to come past. It's running really slow. Pussycat's trying to open the door and come in. He was desperately, when I'm here video, he wants to be in, but didn't really want him to make a cameo Christmas appearance. Go there. He's trying to open the door. Trying to come in and play train, poor fella. He ate one of the trees yesterday, so he's in a bit of trouble. So that is the Christmas coal train, delivering coal to all the boys and girls who have been naughty. Which actually these days with the price of coal, it's almost worth being naughty just to get the coal delivered, isn't it? It is. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll go up here. We'll have a look at. So this is the style of the signals. Will it pop out? No, it won't pop out. They're on a socket that I made up, so it drops in. Trying to find one that's here. We have a look here. So this is how the second style of signals are. There is a servo down there. They go in a pocket. It drops in, and they are controlled. Go grab your controller, Dave. Stop the video again. It's going to be a very multi-edit video, this one. So this is the signal sitting there on its base. These are things. So this signal is 303, and I type in 303 on the handheld. Try to get this all in one shot. And doing that, I can trigger the signals. So this is a block system signal where to enter the block you then need it to go to green, and then you can enter the block. Only token system, one train per block. So to enter the block of the hill, that's it, and that signal then controls the whole block. If you don't get clearance, you don't think. Coming down the hill, you then have your landmark, which is a fixed caution. You come down the hill to the fixed caution. The next signal, which is 302. So type in 302 on the signal. You then have to once again get clearance to enter that block. Also protected the other way, fixed landmark. So anyway, that's roughly how my block working system is, and I can trigger all this from my handheld. Oh, that's my dodgy pushing the stop button. Anyway, that's about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've got any questions. Sing out once again, ho ho ho, happy Christmas. However you celebrate it, however you get times. Hope you get time to spend some time with your family and friends. Hope if you do the Santa thing, you get some good Christmas-based, some good train-based Christmas presents. And we'll catch up in the new year soon with more projects. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to ask any questions about anything I've shown you or rabbited on about, reach out. We'll chat soon. Just filming a bit of video here with it's like the running of the trains, isn't it? Like, sorry, I've had a very early morning because I had to rush around and do stuff before I got too hot, and my English fades a bit. My communication abilities sometimes fade. I meant to say it's a bit like the running of the bulls. It's the running of the trains, but now I'm just rabbiting on, being silly. All right, I've been Dave in the shed. You've been a lot of fun. Catch you later.